Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a new video for you guys, and today's video is going to be like I'd probably say like a Ken talks or talks with Ken kind of video. I'm basically going to be talking about what it feels like to be labeled as a content creator slash influencer slash IG model and whatever other titles people tend to come up with these days. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about my experience being either one of these things to whoever is watching this, or all of these things, or whatever it is. I'm gonna talk about my experience. So if you guys want to hear about that, then please stay tuned, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And let's get right into the video. Okay, so actually I wrote some notes down because this is a video that I've been wanting to do for quite some time now. I'm gonna be going off of my notes, but also as I go on, I'm just gonna kind of say whatever's on my mind. Okay, so here's the definition, the actual definition of an influencer, and it's on Sprout Social, on Glossary, whatever their glossary. An influencer is someone in your niche or industry with sway over your target audience. Influencers have specialized knowledge, authority, or insight into a specific subject. Their pre-existing presence in a niche makes them a useful launching pad for brands in search of credibility. Another definition: an influencer is someone who has the power to affect the purchasing decisions of others because of his or her authority, knowledge, position, or relationship with his or her audience. So yeah, anybody who has a following and can basically influence you to buy or use or do whatever they do. And also I feel like a lot of people who do take on the responsibilities, and I'm using a lot of quotations here because it's really just a lot of gray area. I believe that all of this social media stuff, because it's so new, it has a lot of gray area, and you can't just put it as a black or white kind of thing. So that's why I'm using a lot of quotations. Some influencers like to share their lives, right? So there's usually no separation on if some people have like just one social media, like one Instagram account to share their life stories, their life adventure, their life journey, and share products that they use, and share just a bunch of other stuff. So it's nothing that's like just straight like cut, like yeah, I can influence somebody to just buy this hair product or buy this lipstick or buy this workout program, whatever the case may be. It's really just like a really dense word. For example, here on my YouTube channel, a bunch of videos back years ago, I used to do a couple of these videos that I know a lot of you guys love. It's the most popular videos I think on my page, and it's the doing my makeup while I was drunk or tipsy. I wasn't really actually drunk, I was tipsy. Whatever. A lot of people got offended with those videos because they're like, there's kids on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. There's kids online. There's all of this. And it's just like, everybody has, I'm older. I'm 26 years old. I'm gonna do what 26-year-olds do for the most part. I personally prefer the title content creator because overall I do produce content across all social media, meaning that I have a following and I produce content that entertains people. Content creator. I think it relieves some of the pressure that a lot of social media people with a following have when you use the word influencer. Content creator just means either you take it or, like, I just feel like when it comes to content creator, it takes away that you have a strong influence on people, so you have to watch everything that you do and all of these kind of things, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings. Whether you're a celebrity or someone's mom or someone's friend or someone's cousin or someone's grandma, you're gonna have some sort of influence on somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? So to put like a bunch of followers, and let's say you have like millions of followers, and to say that you're an influencer, it's a lot of pressure because a lot of people, as I said, live their lives out on social media. So I like the title content creator better. Some people even consider me as just an Instagram model because that's where I have most of my following. That's where a lot of you guys have come from actually, and I model on Instagram. People just put words together and it just makes sense. That's really all it is. But I will say this, when it comes to the title Instagram model, I feel like there's just a lot of negative connotation. Actually, there's a lot of negative connotation around influencer as well, because I'm gonna get into this because it's really heavy when a lot of people have an opinion on those of us who choose to use social media as a job and all of that stuff. So I'll get all into that and I can't speak today. I'll get into what I think about those things. But yeah, the term Instagram model also has just a negative connotation to it because it gets misconstrued. I mean, it's the same thing with everything. Like if you really just title somebody as an Instagram model, you're gonna just put all people who model on Instagram under one umbrella and think that they're just all the same. And I wouldn't put myself under that umbrella, if that makes sense. I hope you guys are catching my drift. Although I will consider myself an Instagram model because I do model on Instagram. Like, yeah. So there's really nothing to it, but all of the negative connotations that comes with it really does get it's a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise. Overall, I just don't like titles. I really just don't like titles. I do like to say, hey, I create content on social media. That's fair. I do create content on social media. I make videos on YouTube. I post pictures on Instagram. I write tweets on Twitter. I usually just share whatever I post on Instagram on Facebook. Like I do create content on social media. But when it comes to a lot of titles such as influencer and Instagram model and social media influencer, it's all the same. It just gets so annoying because it's like people try to keep you in a box. So people try to be like, oh, this is why, like, you can't do this because you're already doing this. It's the same thing as people who are athletes and stuff. And they try to, you know, tell athletes that this is all that they can do, or if you act, why are you like, I remember when a lot of actors from Disney Channel were coming out with like albums and stuff because they liked singing and stuff, and people just had a problem with that. Just like, you're a Disney Channel actor. It's just like, stop labeling people, stop putting titles on people. It's the most annoying thing. It's just like, especially when it comes to something as broad as social media, I can completely start posting different content tomorrow and become a whole different person, like on social media. Like it's so weird that, I mean, I understand that that's how humans work and we categorize and we label, but at the end of the day, labeling and titles really grinds my gears. If this is what helps you understand what I do, fine, I'll use these words, but I don't really like them. I just wanted to, you know, put that out there. So my experience being on social media and stuff is very, like, if I can think about the very first year that I started till now, it's been almost 5 years, which is absolutely amazing, because I started in 2015 after I graduated. It's been a roller coaster. It's been really weird. It's been strange. It's been fun. It's been freaking amazing. It's just been life, basically. A lot of people tend to, when they see that you have, depending on your following, put you on some sort of pedestal and think, oh, you have money, you have life figured out. I wish I could do what you do. Oh, you're living the life, because they don't see that you go into work, you don't clock in, you don't come back from work, you don't clock in, clock out, have the regular 9-to-5 job, and somehow you're still able to afford things, just afford anything. Like, how are you making a living? How are you making a living at home, you know, without having a job? And so people tend to put you on a weird pedestal, and then on the other side of it, people are like, oh, but you could be doing so much more. Like, I remember, my story is kind of like weird, and I feel like a lot of people did this as well, but this ponytail is just so nappy right now. Okay, but as soon as I graduated college, I started doing social media stuff. I started doing YouTube more seriously, and I started doing my Instagram more seriously. So I started to build a following, is what I'm saying, on social media. I've already had all types of social media accounts, and as I said in plenty of videos before, I had a YouTube channel since like 2011, 2012, I don't know. But I had a YouTube channel for a very long time before this one. This one was created in 2015, but I had a YouTube channel for years and years and years before that. Well, a couple years before that, before 2015. I started to take it more serious after I graduated from college. And so it was like, oh, it's a little bit of a weird thing, because I was always really like the smart girl, and I was valedictorian in middle school and high school, and I always had really, really good grades and 4.0s in college. So it's just always like people expected me, I guess, to be like a doctor or to be like a lawyer, or like those really big professions is what people expected me to go after. I feel like when I was in college, I was actually pursuing to be a psychologist. I'm really passionate, and this is why I'm passionate about mental health on my channel, by the way. It's always been something that I've really been into, really been interested in, and I struggle with a lot of anxiety and depression and stuff like that. And so it's across the board in my family. People, my grandma was actually diagnosed with that, and so it's just a lot. So I'm very interested in mental health, and yeah. So anyways, I feel like I just got sidetracked. What I'm saying is, after I got out of college and I started to pursue having a following on social media and just being more creative, because that's always who I've been. I've always been super duper creative. A lot of people started like looking at me sideways, like, oh, but you could be doing so much more, like you're so smart and blah, blah, blah. And then it's just like, I understand that people like to tell people how to live their lives for whatever reason. It's just like, for some reason, people feel like they could live your life better than you, which is bizarre because you're never going to live my life. This is my life. And I don't mean it as just me. I feel like people experience people always butting into their lives and telling them, hey, you should do this, or you should be doing this. And it's just like, but you're not me, and this is not what I want to do. What if I were to say, hey, this is what I want to do because this gives me a lot of freedom, and all I want in life is freedom. I always know what's best for me, as you know what's best for you, so don't allow people to tell you what to do with your life. Just putting that out there, don't allow it. I don't know, maybe it's considered to be selfish. Oh, but you could have you're not doing enough and blah blah blah. But having a social media following and having the privilege to, if you want to influence people to do like bigger things in life, to do whatever. I know for me personally, on my Instagram, I've gotten so many messages from women who, and I talked about this in my Curvy Girl Talks a couple of times, but who really enjoy my content because they said that I helped them gain confidence. Like, stuff like that is like huge. Like, confidence is such a huge thing in life that a lot of people lack, and having confidence can lead you to living the life of your dreams, to living the life that you would want to live. So if I have the power to make people's lives better in that way, I'm doing a lot. Another thing that I've experienced while here on social media and having such a huge platform and all of that stuff is that whenever you reach a milestone on here, whatever that may be to you, a lot of people don't really see it as anything because a lot of people just don't understand. You know, a lot of people don't understand the concept of being on social media and promoting for companies or working with companies while on social media and then getting paid from that, or getting paid on YouTube from advertisements. Like, people don't necessarily understand the concept, and I get it because it's still, as I said, it's still really new to a lot of people. It is difficult, I guess, to understand, especially coming from a place where, you know, you just go to school and you get jobs and you're working and you either own your business or you work for people and all of that. But nowadays, a lot more people are entrepreneurs and have their own businesses and are building their own brands on social media, which is absolutely amazing because it gives people a lot of creativity and a lot of space. And I feel like people that are able to just do what they want to do, especially on social media, are a lot more happier than trying to, you know, make a living at a job that they absolutely hate. And that's why I'm always for inspiring people to do what you want to do, even if you have to make some sacrifices. I know it gets a lot harder when you have kids and a family to take care of, and that's always, you know, very hard. And I can't personally relate to that because I'm not in that position, and these are reasons why I'm not in that position as of yet, because I understand that it's a lot. Yeah, I'm all for people always going for what they want to do and what actually makes them happy. Going back to your accomplishments on, you know, social media and stuff, a lot of people don't tend to understand that. So it's like a downplay on your life and on what you do. Like, this is for a lot of people, this is it for them. Like, a lot of people just want to be, you know, content creators, influencers, Instagram models, or whatever the case may be, just want to have this following on social media for, you know, this is it. This is their lives and this is their careers. They build their brands on social media, and whether they're positively influencing people or negatively influencing people, the fact is that they're influencing people, and that's huge. having a platform is huge. And it gets tough for those influencers who are constantly sharing their lives on social media. It gets hard because it's just like you're seeing their mistakes on a big scale. You're seeing it front row, you know? And a lot of us don't show our mistakes on YouTube or Instagram or Snapchat or Twitter. We just don't. I personally don't put a lot of my personal life on social media because of that. I feel like it gets really hard. I feel like I myself struggle with dealing with my little issues and stuff. And I say little because a lot of times they are pretty little. But anyway, I digress. I myself struggle with dealing with it on my own or with whatever group of people, with my family, with my friends, with whatever. I myself struggle. So why would I want millions of opinions on that? You know, I personally wouldn't really be able to handle that. So that's why I don't necessarily put my personal life out there. So that's just me. But either way, having a platform is a big deal. And it's really hard because on social media, when you're working for yourself and when you have a platform like this, when you do reach a milestone and you do have an accomplishment, you just have to pat yourself on the back. And that's what being an entrepreneur is. It's like, you're gonna know your accomplishments in and out, and you're gonna know what it took for you to get there. And so you're gonna be the one that's gonna have to like pat yourself on the back and be like, good job, and be like, keep going. And you have to motivate yourself. And that gets really, really hard because I feel like I was raised with a lot of rewards for being, you know, good or doing great in school and stuff. So when it's something that I kind of have to reward myself for, I had to learn that. Like, that was one of the biggest things that I had to learn over the past 5 years, was that I had to just be happy for myself. I just reached 1 million followers on Instagram, and a lot of people were happy for me, but a lot of people were just like, okay, cool. And then a lot of people were like, what does that mean? And a lot of people didn't even reach out to me or say anything to me. But it's because a lot of people just don't understand. It's totally understandable that, you know, people don't reach out to congratulate you on your milestones, but it's something that you have to learn to do on your own. As I said, building my brands and building myself up on social media for the past 5 years, it has been all a learning process, and it's been great. And I really appreciate that I'm able to learn in this way because I'm still able to be creative. I'm still able to be myself. I'm still able to do what I love to do. I'm still able to, something that I've always wanted to do, modeling. I'm still able to do that, and I don't have to be in this strict industry that I wouldn't even be accepted into because I'm super short. I'm able to do what I love to do, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Another aspect of all of this is when it comes to family and friends, it gets really sketchy because it just seemed like people understood more that I was busy when I was in school, because just like, yeah, everybody goes to school. Everybody has a lot of work, and college is hard, so we understand. Go ahead, do your paper, we get it. And it's just so normal. And then when I switched over to like, look, I'm working, like I'm taking pictures, I'm filming a video, I'm practicing my makeup looks, I'm practicing my makeup skills, and boy, have I come a long way. But anyways, I'm practicing, I'm doing this. A lot of people didn't understand, and I bumped heads with a lot of people, made a lot of my relationships really sketchy and really just uneasy because people just didn't understand whatever work that you put in is the amount of work, the amount of everything that you're gonna get out of it. Whatever you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it, especially as an entrepreneur and building a brand and doing social media. You have to be focused 100% of the time. There's no time that you can be like, okay, I'm clocking in, I'm clocking out. Yeah, you have the freedom of choosing to do certain things, because that's one of the things that I love about it, is that you have freedom. But a lot of times, if it just feels like, you know what, I could skip out on this. I don't have to go to this. I'll see you this time. I'll see you, next time. I'll see you when I see you. Like, it's just as simple as that. It's just like, I have stuff to do. And it's understandable. Like, people could understand if you have kids or if you're going to school, like the normal stuff that everybody experiences. But something that people don't understand is when it comes to, creating stuff on social media or doing stuff on your own, or building your business or building a brand. People don't tend to understand that. You don't get as much support as, people who are doing like more of the traditional routes. And that's okay, because as humans, we tend to reject things that we don't understand because we just don't understand. So it's just like, sometimes we just can't wrap our minds around it. Sometimes we come around to it. Sometimes we don't. That's okay, that's okay too. So me experiencing all of these things firsthand, it's taught me a lot. It's taught me a lot about people. It's taught me a lot about relationships. It's taught me a lot about time. Oh my gosh, it's taught me a lot about time. It's taught me a lot about perseverance, hard work. I thought I was working hard when I was like up writing papers in college. This has been the hardest but most fulfilling journey I've ever been on, and it's fucking amazing. It's so good. But yeah, that's pretty much, I just wanted to share my experience. I just want to turn on the camera. Well, the camera was already on because I did film this makeup look. Link in the description box as always. I always tell you guys that and then I just end up forgetting about the description box. But it's gonna be in the description box, I promise. I promise I have to do it. Yeah, I really just wanted to talk to you guys about that because it's something that's been on my heart for such a long time, and there's probably so much more I have to say. Maybe I'll have a part 2, part 3, part 4 on sharing my experience as an influencer, social media influencer, content creator, Instagram model. Maybe I'll share more of that in the next couple of videos. Let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions or anything, then let me know for sure. Also, just keep in mind that everybody's journey on social media is different. There is no clean cut. Even if we're doing the same thing, I'm doing makeup videos, the next person's doing makeup videos, Nicole Guerrero's doing makeup videos, like everybody's doing makeup videos, but everybody's journey, no matter what, is always going to be very unique to them. And just keep your head in the game. Understand that things are gonna get weird with people around you, especially. All of a sudden people are gonna start thinking that you have a big head because you have a following, but really it's just like their perspective of you is what's making them act that way towards you, and then you start to pull away, and then it's just the weirdest thing. Well, I'm just grateful and glad that I have some people. I mean, it's not a lot, but the quality is what matters. I have some people that have always stuck by me no matter what, and have stayed with me on this journey and supported me, congratulated me, just stayed the same with me as I with them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm done rambling. I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more videos like this, then let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!